I don't know, man. I'm trying not to be like a fucking hater of the new canon.
Didn't he kill that?
I don't know.
Didn't he kill that Jedi?
I haven't gotten that far.
Oh.
I've read the first 3 of the new Vader comic series.
Well, it might be a spoiler, but he obviously doesn't die, so...
Yeah, I mean, Vader doesn't die. But basically, so the new Vader series, it picks up literally at the end of episode 3, like Vader's still in that fucking medical chair assembly thing from the end once he gets his suit on. So Palpatine's taunting him, they're talking shit. Vader tries to I think he tries to grab his lightsaber, he tries to move at him, and Palpatine just shocks the shit out of him. He's like, we're friends, but you better not do that again, I'll kill you. Yeah, look at that image of Palpatine. Shocking the shit out of Vader.
You're
awesome.
you're trying to get used to your goddamn iron legs, and yeah, you don't mess with him.
Yeah.
So I do have a question.
Yeah.
Based off of Force lightning.
Sure. I might not be the right person to ask about this.
That's a huge. To me, that's a huge stretch just to do Force lightning.
Mm-hmm.
To make an environmental or an elemental thing happen and use it as an attack.
Yeah.
Is it such a stretch that Force fireball could work? Because lightning doesn't really even make sense in itself. Where's that energy coming from? You're just.
I guess we have electricity in our bodies a little bit, right?
That doesn't mean anything. I don't know.
It means a little bit. That's what's in lightning is electricity.
Vader's made of electricity. He can't do it.
It's made of hate and rage.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't think that's that much of a stretch. But I know fans would fucking freak if someone did a
in a good way or a bad way.
A Sith
fireball,
firestorm or something crazy.
I don't know, man.
Because there's such things as Sith sorcery. So I feel like I can create a human, or I can start a campfire. Everything in between is available.
Well, that's where they need to fucking have a Bane thing.
Well, and I feel like people were able to jump on the lightning so quickly because it was flashing cool at the time for episode 6. But I don't think I think we're so close-minded on that's the only thing that Sith can do.
Yeah.
You can go thousands of years in either direction. I feel like there's other stuff that could happen.
Yeah, that's true as well. I don't know.
Sith sorcery, you think I could probably mind control fuck this guy and use him to do something. I feel like that's in the realm of the Force.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's a big part of it.
Fireball or I don't know. I'm just trying to think of other Force powers that we could potentially see on screen. We saw stasis. I'm gonna think you stop. Yeah, you're stopped. Okay, next.
Yeah.
There's so much potential there that
maybe Kylo's gonna throw fireballs in episode 8.
I'm completely fine with it. I'm completely fine
Calling
with it.
it now. Prediction.
Just think about this, though. Just think about this. Even in X-Men, the fire guy, he at least had to get a spark and get a flame, and then he would make it grow.
Right.
I feel like a Sith could do the same thing. If there's lava over here, pick the fucking lava up, make it blow up, and throw it at someone's face.
I guess you could pick the lava up. That makes more sense. Yeah.
I feel like you can
control stuff that's already in the environment. Yeah. I don't know. That'd be pretty cool to see.
There's so much potential, and I know. Okay, that's Sidious.
He's pissed. So this is basically retelling the story of... It's replacing the story of this book, pretty much. Which is kind of saddening because this is Mopar's favorite, besides Bane, favorite Star Wars book ever.
It's cool because you see the struggle of Vader at the same time. You see him overcome that and become the fucking devil. And that's the exact thing that needed to happen between 3 and 4.
It is, and I was a little upset at first because he has almost no struggles at all. Because the first thing he has to do is go... So the whole... It starts off with Palpatine says you need to... He explains why lightsabers are red when they're red, which is because you steal a lightsaber from a Jedi and you corrupt the crystal and it turns red. It bleeds. Which is kind of... It's interesting, but whatever. And then he sends Vader on a mission to go get his lightsaber.
What about Anakin when he became Darth Vader, but he still had a fucking blue lightsaber?
That was what about a day of him having it? I don't know.
Didn't bleed enough? Cauterized the wound?
He didn't murder enough kids before it turned red? I don't know.
I don't like that at all because I feel like
it's kind of silly, yeah.
I feel like there's other plot holes that... Are there no other Sith or bad guys that use anything outside of red? I guess not. Revan.
I don't know.
Revan used purple.
That's not canon.
He's not canon anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking hell.
And then the second issue, Vader goes to... There's a big group of clones that have this outpost, and they have salvaged everything from the Jedi Temple. So they have a bunch of Jedi artifacts, a shit ton of lightsabers and things like that. So Vader goes there, murders a bunch of clones, gets a lightsaber, fucks around. No, he doesn't get the lightsaber then. But he's killing people like crazy. And then he goes and finds this fucking samurai Jedi guy. Here's on the cover right here. The thing that just pisses me off is when they just throw some randomly new character in there who's so strong just because they need a plot device for Vader to fight against. Like this new guy that we've never heard about.
He's summoning fire right there.
Yeah, it does.
I'm okay with it because you can't use an existing person. So you have to have someone. And it makes sense because he kind of like left the Jedi Order waiting on one thing, like a confrontation or an event, and it was Vader. So he's been planning this his whole fucking elder career.
Yeah, he does. He says one line about like he disgraced the Jedi and he decided to go in exile for some reason. And then Vader lands and he senses it, something about him. And then when Vader gets closer, well, Vader turns into Moses also. He parts the fucking Red Sea over here too. Just so that one's fun. But he senses something about Vader because he knows he could feel obviously that all the Jedi died in Order 66. And then Vader lands and he feels that same energy around him. It's like, oh shit, all those Jedi died. You're the one that did it, aren't you? And the thing that really bugged me was he's on top of like a mountain and Vader lands and he's like, all right, come face me. Now you have to come up this mountain and go through all these trials. Like there's traps here and like there's a bunch of eagles that are attacking Vader and he has to like fight them off, and I don't know, it just got a little gimmicky. I feel like Vader would just float up to the top and stab him in the face. It was just weird because Vader had zero problems with anyone at all, and then all of a sudden he gets to that Jedi, which I get. I mean, even crippled Vader against clone troopers, you can't really do anything. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm being a grumpy fuck about it.
There's a big leap from just newly suited Vader to Episode 4. And he really is never challenged during the original trilogy, ever. He faces crumpled Obi-Wan, who gives up and halfway through the fight.
He crumpled.
And then Luke, who is hardly a Jedi at all.
He's not a Jedi.
He does a backflip in Episode 6, and Vader's just like, wow, I didn't know I can't do that anymore.
Stupid robot legs.
Yeah.
So
outside of that, suited Vader's never really challenged. So I'm okay with like a strong Jedi.
I'm like half and half about it. I want to finish it before I make any true judgments.